Okay, introduction to Dart. All right, so Dart is the programming language you'll be using for Flutter. Okay, that's all I gotta say about it. It's open source, general purpose. It's another language, all right? And it looks so much like C, right? Void main, open bracket, close bracket, open curly brace, print, etc. All right. It's got semicolons. Okay. Yeah, that's Dart. Okay, so that's it. That's all my slides on introduction to Dart. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna create a new Flutter application. Okay, so we actually just did that, right? So if you actually follow what I did just now, we can use that. Okay, and we're gonna delete the default code. Okay, if you're the type to use command line, you can use all this. You can follow the instructions inside there. All right, I'm not gonna go through that. Okay, so all right, so first things first. All right, so you're gonna need to delete the default code. So let's go delete the default code. All right, so where's my Android Studio? There it is. Okay, so where's my, yeah, there you go. So I'm gonna delete all this. I'm gonna delete run app. All right, delete everything down here. Goodbye. All right, this is all that's left. Okay, this is all that's left, and it's gonna give an error because it's like, where's my stuff? Where's my code? Okay, don't worry, we'll add it back. Okay, and okay. Yeah, later on I'll talk about making Android Studio look a bit nicer and stuff like that. Okay, so there are some things you need to know. All right, you need to import some stuff. Okay, you need to import some stuff. One of the nice things about Flutter is that there's a whole built-in material library, right? So material is the design language used on Android and many Google sites and apps. Okay, so what you're going to do is we're going to import this thing. So import package:/material.dart. Let's do that. Okay, so it's there already. Okay, that's fine. All right, so you have to manually import everything you want to use in each file. Okay, and later on we'll browse the material thing. Okay, so next thing, all right, just now our app had app bar, body, button and stuff. So there's this was done with something called a scaffold widget. Okay, so I'm gonna just add it in. All right, so this is a scaffold widget with a body right here, right where I'm shaking my mouse violently, and a floating action button. Okay, so what we're gonna do, okay, is we're going to update our code to say hello world instead of default message with an app bar saying welcome to Flutter. So at this point you can actually stop the video, all right, and go around and try and implement these, all right, using the language that we just taught you. Okay, we taught you, okay, I didn't teach you anything, huh? I told you about this thing called a scaffold. All right, I told you about the, where's the thing at the top? Did I tell you about the app bar? Right, so where's the app bar? Okay, had a app bar, right? The app bar is the thing at the top. Okay, and it's got a body, right? And that's gonna be this thing. Okay, so your job is to pause this thing, go online, Google around like crazy until you find this. Okay, so pause the video. Don't do anything. Okay, did you actually pause or you just continue? All right, whatever. Let's get this hello world thing going. Okay, so app bar, and you know what? Let's just go to Google and search for simple hello world Flutter app scaffold. I happen to have it in my history. I wonder why. All right, so if I search for this, all right, there you go, flutter.dev. All right, let's open this up. And here's write your first Flutter app, and this is a tutorial by Flutter themselves, and you know what, you should probably read through this at some point. Okay, I guess the key thing about this class is that someone asked, what's the difference between this and Udemy or whatever YouTube videos and stuff like that. Well, first of all, this is going on YouTube, and if you're going to treat this as purely watching videos and learning to code, it's really not that different. Okay, it's really not that different. The difference is that you have someone to answer questions inside our Discord, and I guess the other difference is that, hey, you get someone talking in a Singaporean accent, I guess. All right, so one of the things about these online tutorials is that if you read them, they all kind of assume you start from scratch, right? So if I go here, right, Flutter hello world example, right, I'm gonna open up this other example, all right, and if you scroll down, right, they're going to so they're gonna have like a different levels of difficulty. All right, so here's one, right? This one's nice, right? This one gives you some code that gives you hello world in a corner of the screen, which is not bad. All right, whereas this one, okay, if you scroll down, oh, there you go, right? Here's hello world. Okay, so you can just copy this entire thing mindlessly and paste it in. Sure, I don't mind. All right, in fact, I'm going to do that right now. And just want to see what happens lah. Okay, so let's delete all this and paste. Okay, so let's run this. All right, and notice that when you run it, it's got this thing called performing hot reload. All right, which is pretty cool. All right, it's got this hot reload thing, and it says reloaded. And let's open up. Oh, there it is. Okay, so I'm gonna resize my Android Studio screen a little bit, my window a little bit, so you can see both that and the window. Okay, so instead of Hello World, remember our app is called Hemlo World. Okay, so if you save it, all right, there you go. All right, it did a nice little hot reload. Okay, so that's pretty cool. All right, instead of welcome to Flutter, and welcome to Flutter, I guess. Okay, very nice. All right, so that's one way of finding solutions. I'll just go online and find ways to solve your problem. Right, I want to run through this set of code a little bit. It's the second result if you search for simple hello world app Flutter scaffold. All right, so there's this void main. All right, and here there's this void main. Okay, and this one says void main run app bracket my app. All right, and if you compare this to the app that used to be there before, you'll notice it's very similar. They did have something like that before. Right, whereas this one just says run app and then you just create an app inside here. Okay. Later on, what they do is they kind of say run app, right, new hello world. Okay, at this point, I want to point out that Dart is a very, very young language, so things evolve very quickly. So you see anything with a new, all right, that means that this is actually an old version of Dart. All right, they kind of remove the you don't need to say new anymore. Okay, you can still say new, all right, but you don't have to. Okay, so it's so this is so I need to just kind of point out these things as we go along, all right? So, and then, yep, they made it into its own class, okay? And this class right here, right, is a stateless widget, right? So Flutter is made out of widgets. You might have seen the slide just now that talked about, widgets and stuff. So Flutter is made out of widgets. This thing right here, this entire screen is a widget. This is an app bar widget, all right? And just now there's a button down here that was a widget. This text over here is a widget, which is embedded in a widget called center. Okay, so there's a whole bunch of stuff going on, right? In order to build your Hello World app. Okay, so that's Hello World, right? That's it for now, right? There's not a lot to it. And if you click over here, I have the same thing, right? I just copied it from Google, right? And there's a couple of other things I wanted to tell you about. Yes, right. So this thing right here, this center over here, if you take away the center, let's take a look. Let me bring back my simulator, emulator. If you take away this center, right, so I delete this, right, if you look carefully how I delete stuff, right, I deleted that center, okay, and now my hello world is in the top left hand corner, right. If I undo, bring it back, okay, I put it inside a center and made it a child, okay, and now if I save it, right, it's over here. So center is a widget that has a very specific purpose. All right, that brings it to it. What do you mean typo in Hemlo? Okay, so that's one thing. Right, so notice that there's all these things about scaffold, and notice how the code is written and stuff like that. It's got all these commas after every bracket. All right, and if I type something out, right, it seems to be reformatting it for me. Right, do you see how it did that when I deleted this, all right, and saved? Okay, extra comma, save. All right. There's this Dart reformatter in the background that's doing a bunch of stuff for us, okay, to kind of reformat it in a way that's easier to navigate and make sense. Okay, that's all for this video.